rap to you real quick. I want to enjoy the luxury of like not knowing each other for real. Hold up.
Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is time for another solo travel vlog. This time we're going to Tulum. Now, I know I was just in Curacao and you saw that vlog and you saw the life I lived. There was a lot of excursions, a lot of, swimming, a lot of times were had. This trip for me, I'm preempting this. I'm letting you know up front, this is going to be a relaxing trip for me. I am about to embark on early career season. You guys know I work in HR, I work in talent acquisition, specifically focusing on early career individuals. College recruiting season starts heavily in September, and I will be go, 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 go. I'm always the most stressed, the most life is lifing in September. And so I need just to have a little bit of downtime, a little bit of me time, a little bit of where my mind isn't going, where I'm not moving. And I'm saying this now because this vlog might not be like the Curacao vlog where it was excursions, it was a lot of going out. This might be a little bit more relaxing. And I debated whether to even vlog this situation, but I just got a comment that said keep the travel vlogs coming. And I do work a full-time job, so there's no way to keep the travel vlogs coming all the time with the limited PTO that I have. But I will take you on this journey. I don't know how long this vlog is gonna go. I don't know what you're gonna see. I don't know what I'm gonna see, but we can enjoy this relaxing time together and get into what we get into, and you see it as I see it through my eyes throughout this vlog. So let's head to the airport because that plane leaves in about 2 hours, so no time to waste. Let's go.
Just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'd be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserve good things. This for the diamond, head for the rain. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. A baby, good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me love you, love you, love you, love you. Yeah. Listen, your true beauty's description looks so good that it hurts. You're a dime plus 99, and it's a shame. Don't even know what you're worth. Everywhere you go, they stop and stare, cause you're bad and it shows. From your head to your toes, out of control. Baby, you know, baby, you never worry about what I do. I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserves good things. This for the diamond, a handful of rings. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Oh, baby, good love and protection. Oh, make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me. You deserve better. You know you deserve better. We should be together, girl. Baby, with me and you, it's whatever, girl. Hey, so can we make this thing ours?
Hello, I am here. I am in Tulum. I am staying at the Secrets Tulum. Before I get any questions, that is where I'm staying. Got asked in my last vlog with Curacao because I stayed in a non-all-inclusive if I have a preference between non-all-inclusive or all-inclusive. I really don't. I just pick the hotel, and the inclusion part of it just comes along the way. I fall in love with the hotel first. It depends on how much I plan on staying on property. Like, if I'm gonna be out and about, does it really make sense? Like, if I really want to see the city, does it really make sense? Like Jamaica, I was gonna stay on that resort the whole time, so all inclusive made sense. Here, I don't know what I plan to do. Again, I came with vibes. This is an all inclusive. I did have a swim up room. I got this swim up room because, again, I don't know what's going on. They make it seem like this hotel is really one you can really chill out in and order room service and just vibe. Like, they even have a little closet where you can just put your room service stuff. Like, if you order room service to the room, you just put it right there. And then on the other side, they open up the door and get it. So I can tell this is a place where there's a lot of in-room shenanigans. You do not have a beach on this site, like it's not here, but they do have a shuttle that takes you to the beach every 15 minutes. So it's a little off from the beach, but that shuttle does run. The flight here was really good. You guys saw I did first class. Yes, I did. Again, this is a relaxation trip. I let you guys know up front what time we were on. We are on R&R. And R&R for me also meant first class. Sitting up there, I had nobody sitting beside me either, so that made it super, like, I got my own seat. I got my own row. Honey, I can get up and use the bathroom. Don't gotta crawl over people. This is a life. Well, again, this was a direct flight. Tulum Airport just opened, this year? And Charlotte is one of few hubs in the States that does have a direct flight. I'm sure there'll be more as it grows and all of that. I feel like like it's building. Like, we got off the plane just like, oh, and then we're off the plane. We didn't like pull up to a gate. We just kind of walked down some stairs. I think the airport, although completed, probably is still going to be ever growing. Like Charlotte Douglas will never be done. I will never see that airport done in my lifetime. I'm already getting eaten up in here, eaten up by these mosquitoes. I'm glad the room has mosquito repellent, but I got eaten up before I even stepped foot in this room. I got eaten up. I'm sitting in the lobby and I'm on my legs. I can already tell I'm gonna be getting chewed up in here. I'm gonna have to keep the mosquito. I'm gonna need a second bottle of this because I'm gonna bathe. I'm gonna bathe in this stuff. The mosquitoes out and they're looking for blood, literally looking for blood. Overall, this hotel too, I think it's fairly new. I think it's less than a year old as well. So it has 9 pools, of course, all inclusive, like I said, a couple of bars, a couple of restaurants on site, a couple of activities too. I like this vibe. I'm gonna probably switch clothes and do a little tour around the place. I'm not super hungry. Again, they had that meal was all right. I mean, I know it's like not properly cooked in the kitchen by the staff in the bag. I know it's heated up somewhere, but that little shrimp salad, that little chicken, I got the chicken and rice situation. That was all right. That was. I mean, I was good and filled. Again, we both don't know what we're gonna get into. This is we both gonna figure it out. This is a trip that we're going on as a unit, as a pair, as a duo, as a thousands of you who watch my vlogs. We're doing this together, and I'm excited. So let's figure out what's next. is 9:30 a.m. I got a comment in my Curacao vlog that was like, your definition of sleeping in and my definition of sleeping in are completely different. I sleep in till noon on vacations. That's what that person said. And I will say, I don't think I could sleep in on a vacation, like meaning sleep, my eyes closed. I could lay in bed for a while, but I cannot sleep whether I'm on vacation or at home past like 8:30. I can lay in bed again till 10, 11 before I'm like, okay, now we got to do something. But I cannot sleep. I don't know what it is. My body just will not allow me to like sleep in. Like my body naturally wakes up for work probably at like 7 nowadays, and I don't even have to go by my alarm. Like, could I lay in bed till my alarm goes off? Yes. I did sleep in for me. And granted, think about it as this. It's 9:30, but like back home it's 10:30. So we're 1 hour behind in Tulum than we are in North Carolina. So kind of a little bit. Give me a little something, something here. But I feel refreshed, rejuvenated. I put in an order for room service for breakfast. I took my shower. Like I feel good. Looking at the property, I think this vlog might look like my Curacao vlog where people are like, where the people at? Like somebody commented on my video, where the people at? And then my friend was like, yeah, girl, your vlog did look like you had the place to yourself. And I was like, it was. Honestly, in real life, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of people here either. Like, it doesn't feel like I've seen a lot of guests. I've seen a lot of workers. I haven't seen a lot of guests. Same thing with Curacao. And I don't know what it is. Am I choosing the right time? The right time for me means people not here. You see those little posts that go around on like Facebook that's like, this is how to get the 4-day weekend. Take off Memorial Day. Take off the Friday before Memorial Day. Take off this day around Labor Day. Take off this day around the 4th of July. Take off this day for Thanksgiving. Like, I don't travel when it's a holiday time. I don't travel when most people are off. When I see that list that's like, this is how you get a 4-day weekend by using the holidays, I ignore that. I say, okay, I'm going to work those days because, yeah, we're not doing that. I like to pick off-peak times. That's really the best key to solo traveling too. It's cheaper. It's much cheaper. I actually booked Tulum 2 weeks ago. Like I was supposed to come 2 weeks ago. I just felt like I was coming off of Curacao and I was like going to go on another trip. I needed a little bit of break. So I pushed this trip back 2 weeks and my flight was $200 cheaper. So I got a $200 flight credit for moving my flight and my hotel was $300 cheaper. So it's still the same amount of days, still coming for 3 days, 4 nights, or 3 nights, 4 days. Same, everything was the same. Only difference was the time frame. I'm coming here instead of, I think I was supposed to come July like 19th, 17th, 18th, whatever. Cheaper. Now you have to take in account this is kind of hurricane season. We're not in peak hurricane season like we will be in like, later August, mid. I think it's really early August. I mean, Jamaica just had Hurricane Beryl, so it's really July, August, September. It's really the whole shebang, but you got to just fingers crossed when you do this thing. And I think we have perfect weather. It was a little rainy yesterday, but today and tomorrow look beautiful. So I will take my $200 flight credit and apply it somewhere else because I will. The $300 savings on the hotel, we love to see it as a solo traveler. And then I'll probably go to the beach today. My bathing suit. I wore it in my Curacao vlog. I really love this bathing suit. It is from Amazon. I'll link it down below. It's a 2-piece. They have it in white too. I bought it in white. But yeah, we're going to see what the day brings. Hopefully there's more people at the beach. I'll see human beings here. And if not, that's perfectly fine because I'm here for the solo adventures. I'm here for the solo time. So until then, check in with you guys.
morning. Happy Tuesday. Really going to go with the flow again today. No real agenda, no real plan. I mean, I do have a spa appointment, so that is part of the plan, but everything else will just come as it is. Yesterday, I went to the Barefoot Grill or the Blue Water Grill. Very nice ambiance here. It's very, Tulum in itself is kind of supposed to be that jungly vibe, and this resort is really trees heavy, jungly. It's supposed to feel that way. That restaurant really felt that way. It had an outdoor, it had like smoke coming out of nowhere, which might have been a little bit excessive, but the food I would describe, they have three different types of food restaurants on this site, or for dinner at least. They have a place called Jasmine, which is more Peruvian, I think they say cuisine. They have this Mediterranean place, and the place I went, that place was more, I don't know what I would describe that as, like a steakhouse. I think it describes itself as like a what you would see. They do have steak. I got salmon and shrimp because I just didn't want anything too heavy. I think I was pretty. It was more light time. I didn't want to do a ribeye. I did get guac, and that was really good. The salmon was all right. The shrimp was, good. The grilled vegetables. I mean, I got things that you really can't. You can mess it up. I mean, not say you can't mess it up, but it was pretty good. The Mediterranean menu, I'll be honest, did not look like a thing I wanted on there. Like nothing was like calling my name. So I think I'll go to the Jasmine place. I really wish they had a Mexican restaurant here. I'm one of those people who I want the real food. I know I can go off site, but this place where it's situated, it's not easy unless I hail a taxi to take me specifically to that place and then try to hail a taxi to get back. It's not like really close to a lot. Again, the beach, I went to the beach yesterday. That was about a 15 to 20-minute ride. So we are not I thought maybe it was going to be 5 minutes max. No, we were going for a while. There was a lot of twists and turns. I got a comment on my Curacao vlog last night that was like, I'm not enjoying this vlog. It's more B-roll, like you're not talking. And I've gotten that comment before on my vlogs where people have said, you're not talking a lot. You're supposed to be, somebody said you're supposed to be in each situation and you're supposed to be talking it through. You're not supposed to be doing all this showy type stuff. And to that, I say everyone has their favorite types of vlogs. That's only a few and far. Those are usually strangers who happen upon my content. Those who watch me fully know what type of content I make. I am here for vacation. I am not a full-time creator. And this, doing like this, a whole trip is not me enjoying a trip. Like me holding this and being in a restaurant, but here I am at the beach. This is the like, this is not a vacation to me. This is still work. And I pick up the camera just enough so it still feels like a vacation. Like you see this vlog, what is it, 30 minutes max of a 4-day, 3-night vacation. I clearly am not holding the camera the entire time. I'm time lapsing things. Like I work a full-time job. So 9 to 5, no, really 8:30 to 5:30 almost Monday through Friday. I am working. I'm not doing any of this. Then I turn on the camera and I'm Lia Lavon on the weekends, and I edit that content throughout the evenings, 5:30 to 9 o'clock after work. Like I'm doing that. Then I also have Winnie and Willow, my Etsy shop where I make planners. I sell planners. Somebody just bought my resume template yesterday, so I have another. I'm almost working 3 jobs. It feels like, and then trying to be a good, sister, a good godmother, a good daughter, a good friend to a lot of people. I need probably to do better in terms of just compartmentalizing. I don't know why I work so hard. I don't know why I'm always go, 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 and I don't know how to turn it off. I think I'm in it now at this point. But for me, I think I needed this vacation. I really did. I feel like this year has been it's been the hardest year for me to handle all parts of being. It's been one of the harder, as you grow in your career, you get busier at work and you have busy seasons, especially with what I do. And then when you grow in your channel, you have to figure out new ways to be inventive in content, as well as how do I make my 2025 planners better, bigger, what do I do with my sweatshirts? And what do I do? I think it's tough. So when I can have a moment to relax, I'm going to enjoy it. So unfortunately, I'm not the vlogger. If you thought this was that vlog where it's like this and I'm going to be like, here I am in blase, blase, blase. If you thought this was that, You haven't been watching me long enough. I work hard so that I can have these moments, but I feel like I need more of these moments because I work so hard, if that makes sense. Like I feel like slow down, Talia. Like you don't have to go as hard. And I'm trying to come to that term. I have 21 days. 21 days of vacation. 21. Can you do something for me? Like that's all I have. That's all I have in PTO. One floating holiday, 4 weeks, 20 days. How are we taking all these travel vlogs? I know you love it. I explain this every single time. I know you love the travel vlogs. Refer back to what I just said a minute ago. I'm not a full-time creator. And again, sometimes I do feel like, well, I need to do more. I need to produce more, but then I need to stay in the confounds of I have 21 days. I have to go back to work on Thursday. Like, I didn't take the whole week off. This isn't a week-long thing because 20 days can go by super, super fast. I'm just trying to soak this up and try to make a mantra of the rest of the year. You don't have to go so hard. Don't let comments get to you. Don't let you should be doing this or I want to see this in your content. I'm going to continue to do the content I want to do how I want to do it. I thought I heard my room service. I ordered room service for breakfast again. That was my breakfast being delivered, so I'm going to go ahead and consume that. But everything I was saying, again, I am trying to find that balance. I'm working to find that balance. I'm working to not work so hard. I feel like what else am I supposed to do at this age though? I feel like if I'm not going as hard, I don't know, something probably I need to work through in therapy, but if I'm not going as hard, then what else? We're gonna need to work through this breakfast. So let me go ahead and eat and then get into the rest of today's happenings.
Free. The Chico Zapote. Many people go here, and the savia is like a meal made like this. It's not there, the chaca, you pass it. In the blue water, you see the street with the road around, don't touch. This is the Chechen. Repeat after me, Chechen.
Chechen.
Baby, can you make a wish for me? Healing energy on me. When it's 11, I need it. Healing energy on me. Baby, can you make a wish for me?
So my last day in my spot. It is Wednesday and it is time to leave. Recapping yesterday, went on a bike tour. I'm out of shape, y'all. And I knew it. And I knew it before coming here. It was so fun, but it was like that last I'd say 50 yards until I got to the hotel where I was like, okay, we got to make it. We got to make it. We just got to push through. We just got to push through. But it was such a fun little tour. I mean, it was hosted by the hotel, so it was free. It was like a real excursion. But it was a lot of fun to bike around and to see, again, my thoughts about Tulum, not like in terms of, I guess I gotta just work through my thoughts. I'll work through them on my way home. Not bad thoughts, just thoughts about what type of, like, who would come. Because again, my Curacao blog, I got questions about, is this good for families? And I was like, of course, I saw kids everywhere. And then here, again, I'm staying at an adult only all inclusive resort, so not the best not the best way for me to see if this is like kid friendly, because I've not seen a little kid since I left the airport. There were kids on the plane, so that means they were going somewhere. The spa yesterday, spa was really, really nice. The spa, 10 out of 10 recommend. I don't have a lot of good spa knowledge. I'm not the most spa knowledgeable person because I get massages every other month, but I go to a specific masseuse. And I go because, being bigger chested, just need to work out that back, upper back. So we're not really doing legs. We're not really doing it for relaxation. We doing high pressure. We're doing a lot of back work, a lot of myofascial release, a lot of that type of work that it's not like a spa treatment. And I get facials maybe once every other month as well. But again, I guess that's kind of spa-y, but I go to a specific person. Like I go to Kylie and I go to Daniel for my services. And I don't think of it as a spa. I really think of it as like self-care for skin. Because if you notice my skin, I've been breaking out lately. And then you guys know I just need to really work posture, all of that good stuff. But this was a good spa experience. It was so long, like in terms of the whole day. I went in at 12:50. I left at 4. I will check in with you guys probably. I have a longer, it's not a longer flight, but I do lose an hour again going back. So I don't get back till 6 something. Then I have to go through customs, even though I leave at 2. And it's going to take an hour roughly to get back to the airport. Transportation confirmed yesterday. Let me go eat and then head out.
This is what I stay from, throw it up, dubs on the Cadillac, white tees, Nikes, gangsters don't know how to act, and I'm still making college park, cover home, homeless floating on chrome, choking on that homegrown. They got that southern cooking, they got them fellas looking, thinking I was easy, I can see it, that's when I say no. Shawty can't handle this, ever got that fire like, round here we wild slow. They think they good at pushing you, anyone up in the club it gets low. All my ladies to the floor, and I think the ladies stay young. Anyone up in the club it gets low. Let me take a H trip in the bowling ball, still smoke, honey smoke, wood green on the wall, light skin, big cheeks, jealous on red bone, blue skirts, brainstorm, baby still falling.
Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm filming this pre-work, so I apologize for any sun transitions that happen. The most sun transitions of the day happen usually pre-work time. That's when the sun is kind of rising. I did not take a buffer day. As I mentioned, I did not do a buffer day because 21. Again, remember how many days I have? 21. I decided I'm gonna bust this week out. I'm just gonna do a Thursday, Friday. However, let me talk about my thoughts really quickly on Tulum. One thing I wanted to say yesterday, but I was such in a rush after breakfast that I needed to get my stuff, get in the car, and then go to the airport, was that omelet, best omelet I think I might have had ever. It was a great omelet. That lady put her heart and soul into that omelet. I knew it was going to taste good when she asked me, did I want to add salt and pepper to the situation? That's where a lot of places be lacking. It feels like they don't want to put salt and pepper into the omelet at these places. Think about the last resort I was at that I had to pay for stuff. Curacao, love that Marriott Beach Resort, you know, as a look, as an aesthetic, but it was not all inclusive. It's usually the all inclusives that just mess up the vibe when it comes to the food situation. That omelet was all given, paid for. It was given, she put her everything in it. And the buffet itself was really good. I got a mimosa, you know, they had the bacon. It wasn't like, you know, not crispy. It was super crispy. That was giving, I should have gone to there for breakfast a couple more times. Not that I didn't like the room service breakfast, but I could have used another omelet. I can't believe I only got one omelet. Secrets Tulum, newer hotel. I think it's less than a year old at this point as I'm recording this. It felt, from a distance, from a bird's eye, it felt new. You could feel the newness. If you really look into the granular details, it looked a little bit worn in. It looked a little bit lived in. It looked a little bit like, oh shoot, we gotta open tomorrow. Let's just put this here. There were some places where it looked like, you know, in the interior where it was looking like, if you told me this was open 8 years, I'd believe you too. But as a resort, so many pools. Most of the time when I walk by those pools, so not a lot of people there. Not a lot of people. My swim out room, the pool was a little shallow. I'd say that. That swim out pool, if you think you're getting like a regular swim out, that was the most shallow swim out. I could sit in it. If I was maybe 5'5", I could sit Indian style in that pool and be so upright. That doesn't make for a good swimming experience, I'd say. As somebody who likes and enjoys swimming, if I can almost, if my legs drop a little bit and they can scrape the surface, it's a very shallow swim up. So not my favorite swim up of all that I've had. When I think about Tulum as a solo traveler, and I was telling my friends this last night, they were asking me, they saw I was back, they were like, how was everything? Tulum, I think I got a more heavier grasp on how to describe it. I don't think it's my place as a solo traveler. I don't think it's my city. I like every excursion that I went on. You guys know I go to Viator when I go to a city, and I usually look at all the excursions. I usually book through there. Like I did for Curacao, I booked beforehand. All the Tulum excursions I saw 8+ hours. It's whole days. It's like this excursion is 11 hours. This excursion is 12 hours. This excursion is 10 hours. And there would be very active excursions. I like a little bit of active, but I also, you know, there's certain things I don't like. The excursions for me, piece of it, you know, I already knew going into this was going to be a relaxing vacation. So I wasn't looking like, oh, I need to get the excursions out. I need to do all this. I already knew I was going to be probably placed. Tulum is still developing. I think Tulum will be Cancun in 8 years. It needs to work on the infrastructure a bit, I think, in terms of the roads and all of that, but pretty soon I can see Tulum being a Cancun part 2, but more trees, more jungly, more, you know, the airport's called the Jungle Airport. That is what they call it. As I was pulling in, I saw it was called the Jungle Airport. It's more jungle, I'd say, more Costa Rica-y type of a vibe. Tulum, what I think it would be good for is a bachelorette trip. I think it's a girls trip, bachelorette trip, even probably a couples trip. I think that is their bread and butter. If you're looking for an affordable, won't break the bank bachelorette trip too, that's what I would say. Affordable, where you're trying to be all inclusive. You know, bachelorette trips can get pretty expensive, but I think, you know, a lot of people go to Miami, a lot of people go to places in the States. I think this is, you get out the country, you get all inclusives, and it's still very affordable. Again, my stay, very affordable for one person, in my opinion, on what I would say affordable. Even so much so, I heard another couple walking and talking, and they were like, I wonder how they make money. Like, because if you think about it, if I was such a heavy drinker, if this was a bachelorette party for me and my friend was having one, and I ordered, we would non-stop drinking, eating steaks, eating all this stuff, staying, ordering room service, like, how would they make money? Because, you know, you could spend a good $1,000 on a bachelorette trip just eating food alone and food and drinks alone. And for that price here, you get a board, you get room, you get food, you get unlimited, all this stuff. It's like, this, are they making a lot of money? I know they try to sell you on the timeshare aspect of it. And that's one thing they will do. When you check in, they'll be like, can you come to a brief class? I'm not going to no brief nothing. I'm not going to a brief, I'm on a quick vacation. I'm not going to sit in no room for no hour. That's not good. And you get a free coupon to save the coupon. So I know they have that timeshare aspect, and that's probably where they bring in a lot of money for a guest like me who wasn't going to do a timeshare. I mean, I think it's a good, you get a bang for a buck. If you are looking for a family trip, when the plane was landing, I wonder if I captured it in my landing thing. I don't know if I still have my camera up. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But the little boy behind me was like, "Mommy, I don't think I like Mexico." Like, he was like, "I don't think I want Mexico. Or I don't think I like this. I don't think we should have came." He said something, and I started giggling to myself because I was like, "Sir, little boy, we just landed." But again, that landing shot, you just see a bunch of trees, and then you land at the airport. It feels like they're still building Tulum Airport a bit, even though they just opened earlier this year. It still has a ways to go. If that was his first impressions, I don't know if this is a family vacation spot for me. And again, people are like watching this probably and like, "Oh, I would love to take my family here, or I can see my kids, or I've been to Tulum with my kids." I don't see, it's not, to me, you could probably take me to Myrtle Beach if I was his age, and I would have just as much fun. You could really be save this maybe for when I'm an older like kid. It's girls trips, it's couples trips. I don't see it as solo or families. That's what I will say. The vibe is giving me right now. Not saying Tulum is a bad destination. It's just not the solo trip destination, I'd say. I had fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself relaxation. But as a content creator, I know already what you guys asked in the comment section. Is this a good solo option? I think Curacao is better. I think Puerto Rico was better. I think probably even Cabo is a better location for solo travel. And I think this is in the same category as Cancun, as I put probably the Bahamas. Probably much better as group activities than a solo trip. If you are somebody who wants to get out and, explore and, know the city, I think there's other places that are higher on the solo travel itinerary list. The drinks we're drinking, the drinks were actually really good for it to be all inclusive. Sometimes, they use bottom shelf stuff. I think every drink I had was top tier. I mean, I no complaints. It felt very good. I wasn't having a headache. I didn't feel like, "Oh, this is making my stomach hurt." Every drink I had was very good. That was my vacation. Now it's time to get back to the grind and regular life. If you enjoyed this vlog, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Even if you didn't, still give it a big thumbs up. We want all the love and support over here on this channel, as well as we want you to subscribe so you don't miss a thing we do over here. Have that notification bell on so you make sure you don't miss a thing we do. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 to keep up with my shenanigans in real time. TikTok at Lia Lavon, which is a few more shenanigans, a bit more real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Take me high.